Welcome to the next lesson, the best opportunity to build a business today. And here's what we'll be covering in this lesson. Why this is the perfect business model, how this business actually works, why we're starting off with Amazon, and what it is that you're really building here. So why is this the perfect business? Well, first, because it can be started from almost any country in the world, and it can be operated from anywhere in the world. It's a real business that focuses on time-proven business principles and strategies. It requires little to no technical experience. It provides great cash flow while at the same time building a business asset that can eventually be sold for huge profits. And it's perfectly situated to benefit from existing business trends, such as the growth of Amazon, e-commerce, and fulfillment. So here's how this business works. There's you, your supplier, the customer, and at the center of it all, Amazon. You take care of the product selection and building out the brand. Your supplier takes care of manufacturing and shipping the products to Amazon. The customer, of course, takes care of ordering. And Amazon takes care of everything else, such as storing your products, collecting the payments from the customers, shipping and handling returns, handling customer service, sending payments to you, and also some marketing through paid advertising, retargeting, and search engine optimization. So why Amazon? Well, this chart here that shows their net sales revenue from 2004 through 2017 pretty much says it all. But it's not that they're just growing each year. They're actually growing by more each year, which is practically unheard of in today's marketplace. And even though Amazon did $177 billion in 2017, e-commerce sales make up about $3.5 trillion each year. That means that Amazon accounts for less than 5% of the overall market, and they still have a lot of room to grow. They also have the largest fulfillment network in the world, with over 200 fulfillment centers worldwide and growing. But are we just building an Amazon business? Absolutely not. We're only starting out on Amazon because it's the easiest place to start a business and scale it up rapidly. What we're really building is a brand that is so much more powerful than just the product you're selling. Your brand will become a valuable asset that produces revenue, profits, and the ability for a huge cash windfall should you ever decide to sell it. Turning your business into an asset is a factor of three things: time, money, and execution. Those three things together, they'll help determine how valuable your business asset will become. And if you're lacking in one area, you can compensate through other areas. Let's look at a hypothetical example. If you're able to put in 180 hours of work, invest $5,000 in capital, and execute at a high level, you could potentially create a business that's making $20,000 a month in profit. And using a fairly standard multiplier of 3.5 times your yearly profit, that would result in an asset that could potentially be sold for $840,000. Now, how can you compensate if you're lacking in one of those areas? Well, if you have less money, then you can compensate and still achieve the same results by working more hours or executing better and more efficiently. And if you didn't have much time to put into it, you could compensate by spending more money, such as getting more inventory or outsourcing some steps, or executing more efficiently. This means that there's no excuse at all for not being able to succeed. So selling physical products online is the perfect business model for so many reasons. And Amazon is the easiest place to start selling because they're growing at such a fast pace and handle so much of the business for you. We're not just building an Amazon business, we're building a valuable business asset. And how fast and how successful you are will depend upon the amount of time, money, and effort that you're able to put into this business. So that's it for this lesson. Head on over and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome to the next lesson, the proven secret for amazing results. And here's what we're going to cover in this lesson: why most people get zero results from courses, the #1 secret for guaranteeing you'll change your life with this course, and how to start getting results today in less than 3 minutes. So why do people get zero results from courses? Well, think about the typical method for taking a course. You watch or read a bunch of material, you do your best to try and remember the key parts, but then you end up only doing what you found to be the easiest and were the most comfortable with. If this sounds familiar or has ever happened to you, it's time to break that cycle. ASM is structured differently. We take you step by step through each part of building a business. It's not designed just to teach you, it's designed to deliver a profitable business for you to run when the course is over. The entire process involves showing you exactly what to do, when to do it, and then giving you the chance to complete each milestone before you move on to the next step. And at the conclusion of the course, you will have a real live thriving business, not just a bunch of information. So, what is the number one secret to guaranteeing that you will change your life with this course? It's actually pretty simple. You watch each video in the order that is presented, and then, when asked, you complete every single action before you move on to the next step. It's that simple. Now, of course, if you feel like you need to move on to the next step because you simply can't complete the action you've been asked to do, that's totally fine and totally normal. There will be times like that. What we recommend you do is simply reach out and ask in the community for help or advice on what to do. That's why the community is there. So this process is incredibly simple. You learn, then you implement. You learn, implement, and repeat. Or in this case, you watch a video, you take action. You watch a video, and then you take action. Remember, you're not a spectator. You're actually a participant in building your own business. Here's one of my favorite quotes from Tony Robbins. Knowledge isn't power, it's potential power. And execution trumps knowledge any day of the week. The way I like to think of this is that if you have two different people, and the first person is constantly learning and always learning new things, but never actually taking action, and the second person, it's constantly taking action after they learn things, well, it's that second person who's always taking action that will succeed much more quickly than that first person, even though that first person may have more knowledge. But if you don't take action, you'll never get to where you want to be. So here's how you can start getting results today in less than 3 minutes. Now, taking action is actually a habit, and it's one that you can and you must build. Even if it's uncomfortable, like all things in life, it will come easier with both time and practice. And remember, those who implement the fastest tend to win the most. So with that in mind, here's your first exercise. One of the most valuable parts of this course is the amazing community that you're now a part of. And you'll be surprised at who you'll meet in there. I know that when I joined several years ago, I was really surprised to see all the different types of people and people that I didn't even know who lived in my own area. So here's that first exercise. We want you to log into the ASM community and introduce yourself. Just tell everyone your name, where you're from, something interesting about you, and why you're here. And try not to be shy. And then once you've done that, go get your very first badge, the Breaking the Cycle badge. We've actually created a badge for this stuff because we know how important it is to break the cycle in order for you to become a successful entrepreneur. Now, coming up, we're going to teach you in the next lesson how to get more profit in less time and with less stress. So once you've introduced yourself and gotten your badge, head on over to the next lesson and I'll see you there.